Hey guys, Dr. Kahu here and welcome back to my channel. Now today I'm going to be doing a continuation to the what if that I created, and that is what if Goku had Frieza's potential, part 3. Now as usual guys, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and since you guys smashed the like goal and I let you guys waiting, I'm going to make the like goal for this video 150. If you guys get 150 likes for this video, I'll be making it part 2, okay? Or part 4 actually. So yeah, keep the like button guys and keep on grinding. But not only that guys, I appreciate you guys being patient and waiting for my videos. The things, I have certain things that happen during the week that I can't turn down due to being a parent, so I hope you guys understand. But bear in mind, slowly but surely I'll be getting back on my game, okay guys? I hope you guys understand. But yeah, without further ado guys, let's get into this new what if, or next part to this what if anyway, and that is, what if Goku had Frieza's potential, part 3. Now, let's begin. So we last left off, Goku just finished defeating Lord Beerus with using Kaioken times 20 ultimate form, and from there Whis instructed by Beerus to train Goku, Vegeta and Raditz go there just to learn Super Saiyan God. And so as they go off to train Whis, what ends up going down is Sorbet and Talcumon. They come to Earth looking for the Dragon Balls. They manage to find the Dragon Radar and they locate where the Dragon Balls are. They understand that Piccolo was a monster, so they had to bring more than what they needed in canon. And so technically last left off, Panic Piccolo was trying to get a hold of Goku and managed to get a hold of Goku just before something traumatic happened. What ended up going down is Beerus, Whis, Vegeta, Goku and Raditz all come together and teleported to Earth. And from there, let's begin. Goku instant transmission with everyone to the planet. When they got to the lookout, they saw the lookout being absolutely destroyed. And they look down the bottom and they see the dragon. The sky was dark, but now it's not dark. Goku goes to look down, but he can't sense the evil energy he just saw. He just sensed. Beerus was like, what just happened? Whis explains, I believe the Dragon Balls were used to summon the dragon to grant a wish, Lord Beerus. Interesting. And Piccolo gets up, Goku sees Piccolo, rushes over to him. Piccolo's like, incredible. I didn't hear them or see them. Goku's like, what? What didn't you not hear? He goes, a massive army just attacked. They grabbed the Dragon Ball, they understood how to wear everything like that. I managed to fight them off, but there was just more and more waves upon waves. They knew that they only had a small chance of doing it, so they did it. They used the Dragon Balls. I didn't see the wish or hear it, but I know they used both wishes to do something and disappear at the same time. Goku's like, whoa. Everyone's like buzzing now, even Whis. Whis is about to look on the staff of Beerus like, Whis, unfortunately this has nothing to do with us. Looks right at Whis. And Whis understands. He goes, sorry Goku. There are certain policies us gods and angels have to follow when it comes to interfering with mortals. You must understand that. Goku looks at Whis and bows his head and goes, oh no, we can sort this out. We'll be back to your world soon. Beerus smiles again. the Saiyan got the hint. Beerus looks over and goes, hey Vegeta. He goes, yes Lord Beerus. He goes, tell your wife I'd like to have some more of that pudding if you don't mind. When I come back, that is. He goes, oh yes Lord Beerus. He goes, tell you what, you bring it here and we'll be square, right? And Vegeta's like, bowing his head, he goes, Goku. Lord Beerus and Whis disappear. Goku stands there, and what happens is the Dragon Balls reappear by Piccolo, and they land in their areas. Piccolo gets up, he recovers, because Goku uses his healing ability to heal Piccolo, because he learnt how to do spiritual control. Not as good as Piccolo, but he still learnt how to control even better. Piccolo gets up and thanks Goku, thanks Vegeta, and it's all being there, and he repairs the lookout. He explains that he's unsure what the wish was, but they knew it could be helped. And so for the next 6 months, I'm going to say 4 months, the next 6 months, Goku, Vegeta, Raditz go back to Beerus' world to train. Goku's not training on doing any form of like power in scale when it comes to like Vegeta and Raditz, even though he wants to. Whis is teaching him about instinct and control and the need to act on instinct. Because we all know what that means. We all know that Whis is trying to teach Goku Ultra Instinct, okay? And so as Goku is training to gain a sense of oneself, mind, everything like that, Vegeta and Raditz are pushing themselves, going to Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan, even unlocking Super Saiyan Blue much earlier than they're doing canon, because Goku is the pinnacle where they want and need to be. Goku's power, where he sits right now, is way above Vegeta, and they understand that they can't reach Goku. He is the legendary Super Saiyan. Vegeta absolutely knows it's not about aggro pride or anything like that. He has come to realize that he is the principal Saiyan and he has achieved the legend of Super Saiyan, but Kakarot himself is the legendary Super Saiyan in Vegeta, Raditz, and all the living Saiyans' eyes. And respect is there. And so Vegeta and Raditz pushed themselves 100%. They pushed themselves beyond anything they have ever done in their entire existence, really, to try and achieve powers beyond what they have. And so when 6 months goes down, what ends up going down is that the team are contacted by Piccolo again. But this time they don't react slow this time. Goku instant transmissions first. Vegeta stays there while he gives them ready to teleport Beerus, Whis, and Raditz as well. So they will teleport. Goku is already there. When he gets there, he sees Gohan fighting as best he can to fight off Frieza's men. Gohan lands. Goku appears right by Gohan, and Togemon goes to throw a punch at Gohan. But Goku appears, catches his hand, breaks it, kicks him in the gut, and throws him away. That's when Frieza sees Goku. What ends up happening is Vegeta, Raditz, Beerus, and Whis appear right behind Goku, which scares Frieza. Frieza flies out of his seat, flies right up to Beerus, and he bows his head, understanding that he knows the rules regardless of him being the Emperor or whatever. As he bows his head, Beerus is like, Frieza. At least you got some actual decorum still, at least. What did I say, Whis? I will do if I saw Frieza again. Whis goes, you said you would destroy him, Lord Beerus. And Beerus say, yeah, you were right. Purple energy emits around Beerus. Frieza's scared as a... but, Lord Beerus, Frieza's about to say, I did what you asked. Frieza was about to rat on Lord Beerus. But what happens is Goku steps forward and goes, hey, excuse me, Lord Beerus. And he goes, looks at Goku and goes, judging by Frieza, he looks like he's holding back a lot of power. If I may interject, maybe this would be a good time to see where Vegeta and Raditz stand. But he smiles at Goku, because this Goku is taking a different approach. He's learning much more differently. He's excelling at this, or Whis' teachings like that and nothing, okay? Goku's boundaries have been pushed to the max, and more and more and more. And so as Goku is watching, Vegeta smiles and goes, alright Kakarot. He jumps up and goes, I'll fight this stupid clown for you. Goku looks at Vegeta and goes, it's not the fact that you're fighting Frieza for me. It's not much of a fight at all, to be honest. This makes Frieza grit his teeth, but Frieza does not want to lose his composure on Lord Beerus, just in case it's a ploy to make Lord Beerus kill him. But Beerus smiles and goes, then it's settled then. He goes to walk away, and what happens is, oh yes, Lord Beerus, by the way, my wife's bringing the food, as you asked. Lord Beerus smiles, he sits down, and he goes, alright, well, I'm looking forward to this. Chop chop, Vegeta! Lord Beerus is taking a different approach to these Saiyans because he no longer can lord over them and be high and mighty. I'm the strongest in the universe. No, because the Saiyan right in front of him, Goku, is more powerful than he is. And he is just trained with Whis non-stop to achieve a power that Lord Beerus knows exactly what Whis is doing with the power he's going to achieve. And so Beerus is pretty much taking a different ploy. And so as Beerus encourages Vegeta, Vegeta smiles and goes, to think I'm getting encouraged by the actual destroyer god of the universe. Alright Frieza, show me what you got. Frieza looks at Vegeta and goes, alright Vegeta. He powers up straight to his final form and he explodes. Bear in mind Frieza has trained an extra 2 months, okay, in this what of. And when Frieza's in his final form, this actually blows Vegeta's mind. He's like, whoa, you powered up that much? But Vegeta does exactly what Goku powers up. And he goes, I too have Frieza. He appears right in front of Frieza. And they begin the battle, but it's made very clear, despite Frieza training so much longer, that the gap that Goku has placed upon Vegeta and Raditz has set a precedence goal to these two to make them stronger than what they are, even in canon. But this Vegeta will curb stomp Vegeta, easy as. And Vegeta gets to pushes Frieza to the max, to the point where Frieza has to break away. And he goes back and he shows his golden form. He doesn't hesitate, he pushes his golden form. But this time, this Frieza knows how to utilize golden form. He's been utilizing it for 2 months. So he knows how to stay in this form indefinitely without being too overcautious or wasting energy. And when Frieza shows this, it actually buzzes Vegeta out because Frieza closed the gap between him and Raditz instantly. But Vegeta smiles. He goes Super Saiyan Blue for the first time in front of everyone. Raditz smiles, everyone's like, blue? And Goku smiling, just watching, and as Vegeta stands there, he's like, to be honest, Frieza, I didn't think I would ever have to be pushed this far to fight you, but you close the gap. To think your power is just as scary as Kakarot's. And Frieza looks at Goku and Goku smiles. Vegeta's like, bring it, Frieza! Vegeta and Frieza go to fight. It's made very clear by Whis that both Frieza and Vegeta are technically equal, while Frieza's in his golden form and Vegeta's in the Super Saiyan blue form. And so they push it. They push their battle all over. Everyone's buzzing out. Frieza's landing solar hits, so is Vegeta. They're doing a key blast back and forth non-stop. But Frieza has a trick up his sleeve. Because Frieza trained for the extra 2 months, he actually increased his power more. So not only does he have a better control over golden form, but the golden form that he's in now, the golden form that he was in the movie, that's like 50% Frieza. And so what happens is, as Frieza and Vegeta fight is plateauing to an equal stance, Frieza kicks Vegeta in the gut, jumps back and powers up to 75% of his true power, golden form. In doing so, he eclipses Vegeta and starts to beat him down, smashing him down. Raditz is like, he's angry, he wants to join in, but Whis Beerus looks at him and goes, no, this is Vegeta. As Beerus is watching, Vegeta's getting smashed by Frieza. Frieza's doing the business to Vegeta, slamming him around everywhere, kicking him through buildings, or kicking him through mountains, everything like that. Vegeta gets up, Frieza smashes him down. Actually, Frieza tells Vegeta, you're nothing, I'm not even at 100% yet. To think you've trained so long just to be feeble enough to be able to stand and take some of my blows. You weak monkey. Kick Vegeta right in the face, sends him flying. Goku's watching Vegeta. Goku's watching the whole thing and he's just standing there not saying nothing. Raditz sees Goku and he's not saying nothing in the Nappa. Everyone just looking at Goku. Goku's just watching. He is just watching. As this is going down, what happens is Frieza looks at Goku, goes, ho ho ho. So Vegeta was your way of testing my power. I see, Goku. You are very smart. But understand this. This is only 75% of my true power. I easily was equal to Vegeta at 50%. So if you're relative to Vegeta, you stand no chance against me, son Goku. So you might as well put a death beam at Goku and shoots, die! As a death beam approaches Goku, Goku doesn't do nothing. His arms are folded. The death beam hits Goku's arm and it destroys itself. It scatters across Goku's body like nothing. Whis smiles and so does Beerus. Beerus is like, that weak text not do nothing to Goku. But Frieza's like, what the? And the ground starts to shake. And as the ground starts to shake, yelling as heard, you think this is over, Frieza? You think this is my true power? Vegeta brings the power up and goes, I'm not sure no on this. Vegeta starts to condense and forces power inwards. And as he explodes and his blue flames turns into a dark blue flames, what ends up going down, the Vegeta starts to crack. The surrounding area, his blue key starts to go even darker, and as Vegeta's aura spins around him and a massive new light shines, what goes down is Vegeta comes out, looks right at what's it called, Frieza, golden Frieza, and he goes, this is blue evolution. Frieza's like, what? Vegeta appears and clotheslines Frieza, making Frieza backflip like 5 times. Vegeta catches Frieza's tail, jumps in the air and slams him to the ground, flipping over, kicking Frieza right in the head, scattering across the whole entire area. Frieza tries to get up, but Vegeta's already behind him, slamming his fist around the Frieza's gut, making him spew and shooting him into the sky. Frieza tries it, but Vegeta's just too quick. He puts his knee right back in Frieza's head, kicks it, breaks Frieza's spine, even in his golden form. And then Vegeta grabs Frieza's tail, does his biggest smash he can. He throws Frieza straight to the ground, and as Frieza hits the ground, it craters the entire area. And so, as Vegeta, flies over Frieza, Frieza's looking at Vegeta, and Frieza's in his base form, he's in his final form. He's like, how did you... and as Frieza's about to speak, Vegeta slams right into Frieza's chest, puts his foot onto Frieza's face and keeps stomping him. Frieza can't do nothing. Vegeta's like, how do you like it, Frieza? To be pushed into someone's heel? You know God. I understand, Lord Beerus, but how dare you? Smashes Frieza and keeps stomping him out. And then Vegeta goes, after I kill you and regain the honor of the Saiyans, I will bring back my entire people and rewrite everything. I will fix the mistakes our people have made. And he stomps on Frieza's head and he goes, there's no Frieza. The monkeys that you despise so much will all be returning upon your death. Vegeta stomps again, throws Frieza up in the air. Now catch this! Final! There's a massive final shine. The attack is so huge that Beerus is actually quite impressed. He looks at it and goes, that was a good amount of energy he's flung out of himself there, Whis. Whis like, I know, Lord Beerus, that was quite interesting. And so with Frieza dead and everything like that, Goku's like, well, we should go back to trading, I guess. But what ends up happening is Goku spends time with his grandson, his son, his granddaughter, Pan, you know. While Vegeta spends time with Trunks and Raditz spends time with his son Bardock, you know. And so everyone just relatively changes, but doesn't. It's not until what's it called, the Battle of Gods, the Destroyer Gods tournament, where things relatively change. Bear in mind, Goku and Vegeta and Raditz are so strong, so much stronger than their canon counterparts, that it's kind of stupid to fight them. I want to fight them. Like, really stupid. Vegeta is much more stronger than his tournament power counterpart, and he's in, the God of Destruction tournament. So, what happens is they all get themselves ready. No one knows exactly what's happening because a fat cat has appeared in Lord Beerus' world. So, as Goku, Vegeta, Raditz both notice this fat cat, they see another person that looks almost identical to Whis, but the female version. Vegeta understands right away that this person here is probably one of the other universe god destructions. Goku looks, how do you know? And goes, well, that fat one looks like Beerus. Champa hears it and it pisses him off. And even Vada's like, oh dear, that's not good for you to insult the god of destruction from any universe. But then Beerus walks out and goes, why not? These guys are from my universe. They shouldn't care, they need to show respect to Champa. And Champa gets pissed off and goes, ha, you haven't changed one bit there, Beerus. And he goes, yeah, what do you want, fatso? This pisses off Champa and he's about to rage. But what happens is Vada looks at Champa and goes, Champa? Lord Champa? And Champa's like, yes, I know why I'm here. Thank you. Wait there. Champa talks to Beerus just for a little bit and tells him he's got the best competition to beat Beerus if he's keen. Beerus is like, alright then. Beerus tells Goku, Vegeta and Raditz to stop their training. Goku he's so much more different than anyone else right now. He's utilizing all his techniques and powers in a different way that is indescribable, more godlike than anything like that. All of Goku's moves are now like godlike moves, they're not normal. Unlike Vegeta and Raditz, they baseline like Saiyan still, like the canon version of Goku and Vegeta. But anyway, what goes down is, as they go head into Lord Beerus' palace, this is where Champa challenges Lord Beerus to eat a food contest. And of course Champa brings in their egg, to which Goku's not really surprised. He likes the egg, but it's just normal to Vegeta and Raditz. And this is when Beerus goes, alright then, and he smiles and tells him, instead of just bringing cup ramen, he goes, bring it all out. He brings a couple of dishes out, like miso ramen, so yummy, pork rice noodles, yummy, all the best stuff from Earth. You know, I love that stuff, real life. Dr. Kahu loves making that kind of food. I make it all the time when I can, okay, so bear in mind. What you see in Dragon Ball Z, a lot of the time I make the majority of those food because I'm hungry like that. But anyway, Beerus makes all these foods for Champa, and Champa's like, huh? And he eats only a little bit of the cupped ramen. Champa is just destroyed and he starts to pig out all the food. And Beerus goes, what do you think? You think you're still big and beat these? I don't know. Looks like you're eating already half the table. Champa is pissed off. He goes, fine, yeah, you win the battle, Beerus. Now shut up and let me eat this. And he goes, here, Champa. And he goes, what's this? And he goes, one delicacy you would love to eat. It's a certain thing that I would have destroyed a planet for. And he goes, alright. He goes, what is this? There's no trick, Beerus. He goes, no. What's it called? It's called pudding. Champa's like, pudding? He goes to eat it. Boom! Champa is frozen on the spot. He's like, this is it. Champa's energy goes purple and goes, this is the reason why I'm here. He powers up even more, shakes the ground. This is it! Beerus, you win! But now I have the best idea. Challenge me and I'll fight to the death. If I win, I take that world that sells you this best food. Beerus laughs at Champa going, how are you gonna win, Fatso? You can barely touch me. And this pisses off Champa, and he rushes at Beerus. The moment he rushes at Beerus, though, unfortunately for Champa, because Beerus has been training with Goku, he is stronger. Champa goes to throw a kick, but Beerus ducks and throws a punch right at Champa's gut, sending Champa flying. Champa manages to get up. Beerus is already in front of him with his hand open in front of him. Goes, don't disrespect being my universe in front of my mortals, brother. He opens his hand up and I can't destroy you, but you know the rules. A destroyer god can't fight each other. Don't try to get us in trouble by the Grand Priest now. Boom! This scares Champa. Champa's like, Gah. Beerus holds his hand up, picks Champa up, and he pulls Champa up. He goes, always understand, brother. They are watching. And this makes Champa scared, makes him shiver on the spine. He goes, you're right, brother, you're right. Stupid as it may, yes. He walks over to where the table back was, and he goes, what do you say, brother? Instead of a fight to death, what else can we do? And this is when Goku walks forward and goes, why don't we hold a Budokai Tenkaichi fight where we have all this and this and this? Champa's like, Alright then. He looks at Goku, Vegeta, and Raditz and thinks these mortals are nothing. But Beerus didn't say nothing. Whis made sure not to show what they called Champa that Goku and Beerus fought. Okay? He wanted to keep that as a surprise. And so what happens is the tournament is decided, and by this time Champa, instead of making it for the next day, he makes it for a week. He makes it for a whole week. And so they need 5 fighters. And so right away Goku's like, well, there's us 3, me, you, Vegeta and Raditz. And Vegeta's like, to be honest, if they have powerful opponents like us, then Vegeta stops and goes, that's it, you're going last, Kakarot. And Goku's like, but wait, why? And goes, because I said so, Kakarot. And Goku's like, alright. And then he looks at Raditz and he goes, you go before me, Raditz. Raditz doesn't hear, he goes, yeah, sure, why not, Vegeta? And he goes, what about the other 2? And goes, we'll go see your son, Kakarot. And he goes, he's too busy with his daughter, and Vegeta understands the life of a father now, and he goes, I see. And Goku goes, how about we go see Piccolo? Vegeta's like, that's not a bad idea, but will the Namekian leave his position to go and do this? Goku goes, well, I'll go ask him. Goku appears, and Piccolo's like, absolutely not. Goku's like, what? But come on, Piccolo, if we lose Earth. I know that, Goku. Why did you guys make the deal in the first place? And Vegeta's like, it wasn't us in the making. It was Lord Beerus. It shocks Piccolo. He goes, I see. Why did you come to me with this early, Goku? I wouldn't have said no right away. Goku's like, yeah, you know me, Piccolo. I'm a man of many words, I guess. Vegeta's like, that's an understatement, Kakarot. Raditz like, how are you, my brother? Like they kind of like look at him. And Goku's like, come on. The world will be fine without you going for a day or so. Tell you what, I'll leave Goten, Trunks, and Bardock here. That'll be sweet, right? And Vegeta, first Raditz was like, wait, hey, that's a good idea. Yeah, those kids are more powerful than us when we were that age. Yeah, that'll be fun. And Piccolo's like, it's not about that. And Goku's like, don't worry, Piccolo. If we lose, then we'll be teleported to another galaxy universe. So what's there to not get? This god of destruction is a different temperament. But I reckon I can easily take him. And then Beerus opens like a connection to Goku and goes, you can easily take him, Goku. My brother's weaker than me. So, have you found your team? Namekian, are you coming to the tournament? Piccolo goes, I almost did not come with Beerus. I apologize. Goku didn't explain the information clearly, but I'm happy to serve. What happens is Beerus like, good, thank you, God of Earth. And Piccolo instantly gets shocked having that status recognized, and he goes, what ends up going down, Whis goes, we'll be there in 5 minutes, Goku. And what ends up going down is Goku and them must find is they have a week to train. And so when they get there, all 5 and there, Gohan still comes up because Lord Beerus tells him. So Gohan, Goku, Raditz, Vegeta, and Piccolo all go on. Gohan is strong, even though Gohan is stronger than Piccolo, so he goes after Piccolo. Piccolo goes first, then Gohan, and Raditz, Vegeta, and then Goku. But what happens is they have a week to train. And so Vegeta suggests the hyperbolic time chamber for Gohan and Piccolo. Piccolo goes, he's actually quite nervous. And he goes, who are we going to train with? And Whis goes, oh, you'll be training with me, silly. And Elder Kai comes out and he goes, Lord Beerus is like, yes, this one here, he's the one who unlocked the potential so you don't need to go Super Saiyan, right, Goku? Goku says, yes, Lord Beerus. He goes, yo, you, Kai, do what you did to Goku here. And what happens is the Elder Kai looks at Beerus and goes, hey, there's not some simple trick I need. Look, simple trick that I can pull out of my hat. There's preparation, there's time, Beerus has purple energy and goes, do you want me to put you back in that damn sword, Kai? And what happens is Elder Kai says, oh no, Lord Beerus, it's just... Whis places his head on Lord Beerus goes, Elder Kai, this Earth is a part of the Universe 7. If we lose this tournament, it will be a part of Universe 6. There'll be another lesser level in our universe, don't you think? And the Elder Kai goes, yes, I'm Lord Whis. He bows to Whis and goes, I will do it. 24 hours is the required time. I will be in there to do the thing every single time I'm in there. And so what happens is it's Piccolo and Elder Kai go in, and about a minute later Elder Kai walks out and Whis already appears inside, and from there, yeah, that's what happens. So a day passes, Piccolo comes out. He is so strong. He got acquired ultimate form from Elder Kai and then got pushed to the max by Whis. Whis comes out smiling and goes, "Who's next?" Goku's like, Gargan's like swallows, and he's really like nervous, you know, because Piccolo come out. Piccolo was mega powerful, and so Gohan goes in. Elder Kai does his potential unlock, and they train, and yep, Gohan becomes a real beast. He actually surpasses his uncle by miles, despite Raditz having that one up to train. Yeah, and then what goes down? It's what's it called? It's Raditz's turn. Raditz is actually prideful. He doesn't want to get this upgrade. He doesn't want to get this cheat. And so he says, "To hell with it. I don't want to be like Kakarot and the rest of them. I would consider that like a human power. I'm a Saiyan." And he goes, "If you can, Whis, I would like you to train me for this next year." Whis smiles and takes it upon himself, and he goes in with Raditz without getting his potential unlocked. But at the end of it, Whis convinces Raditz at the end of their training that the sum of his training didn't produce the fruits that he hoped for Raditz anyway. And so Raditz begrudgingly took the Elder Kai's ability to, you know, release the full potential. And so when it comes to Vegeta's like, "It'll be interesting, Kakarot." And he goes, "What's that?" He goes, "Have you combined your base form with the God energy?" And Goku goes, "Do you know, to think about it, I actually haven't. I've just been utilizing it in other ways, instinctively." And Vegeta's like, "I'll give it a go, Kakarot." "Hey, old man." Vegeta walks in, Elder Kai walks in and goes, "This sounds more acceptable than this gift than the other one. And I heard this one had the biggest pride." Elder Kai closes the door, Vegeta and Elder Kai go in, they comes out, Elder Kai's already out, Vegeta and Whis train, and they go through a massive change. Vegeta walks out with his hands pretty much down in his pockets in a sense. He looks at Goku and he smiles. And Goku goes, "Successful?" And Vegeta goes, "You have no idea, Kakarot, how the Goku smiles." And Goku goes, "Well, I guess it's my turn then." And what happens is, so with Gohan, Piccolo, so 4 days have passed. It's Goku's turn. So when Goku goes in, the door closes. And what ends up going down is 5 days pass. That's 5 years. Vegeta and everyone are shocked that Goku and Whis stayed in the chamber for that long. Goku comes out, he barely recognizes the reality that he's back in. Whis smiles at Goku. Beerus is like, "Whis, you weren't meant to." And he goes, "I know, my father contacted me already. But he saw that I was not breaking no rule, Lord Beerus. So, no harm, no foul." Goku's like walking out. He was changed dramatically. So much so that like even Vegeta can just feel this massive well of power. Goku's so calm, everything, he understands where everything is, he's so patient. He feels it in the air. The movement. Life everywhere. Goku has become something else, a supreme beacon of power. It's just Whis smiles at his job, and Beerus goes, "Do I have any chance, Whis?" And Whis goes, "If you use that power, maybe." Beerus is shocked. He's like, "What? No way!" And Bam goes, He has that power?" And he goes, "Yes. He not only has that power, but he's trained with me. And because he doesn't need to turn Super Saiyan, it's merged with his base." And Beerus is like, "Look at his eyes, little Beerus. The eyes are silver, not black no more." Beerus is shocked to see Goku's eyes. He's like, "But how? He's only a mortal, Whis." And goes, "True, but Saiyan physiology are really unique. Goku here is one of the most powerful Saiyans to ever exist, ever." And so that goes down to genetics. Beerus is just like claps to Whis like, "I applaud you. My brother's gonna have a hard time." And what goes down is Beerus spends the last the last few hours, you know, getting everyone ready and everything like that. They go on the cube. Goku's happy to see his family. Goten, Gohan, all of them are there. Bardock and little Trunks, they're all there and they're all kicking it back. They're all laughing. Little Bardock looks like Raditz. We all know Trunks looks like, and Goten looks like, well, Goku. And so they're all looking back, they're all cheering on their dads, their uncles, you know. Even Nappa's there, Nappa's laughing. And what happens is, for Goten, Trunks and Bardock, Nappa is not only their cool uncle, but their big playground, you know, they jump all over him because he's just humongous. So they always sit with him. Bulma and Chi-Chi like sweet. They like having Nappa because Nappa's there to play with the kids always and teach them everything. And so the kids are more wise and not like stupid or arrogant, but they have a sense of Saiyans and sense of humans. And so when the tournament begins, Champa's so cocky. Vegeta notices Cabba, and Nappa's like, "Hey Vegeta, is that kid over there Saiyan?" Vegeta's like, "I think so." Vados goes, "Yes, he is a Saiyan. His name is Cabba. He's from the planet known as Salad." And Vegeta's like, "What? Planet Salad? Is it still..." He walks over to Cabba, he goes, "You come from the Saiyan homeworld?" And he goes, "Yes. What are you?" And we go, "We're all Saiyans. Where's your tail?" And what happens is they show that Goku, all of them, they all have their tails. All three boys, they got their tails removed by their mothers because, yeah. And so what happens? Vegeta, Raditz, Goku, Nappa, they all got their tails. And they look at Cabba and they go, "I see. So the tails are different things in these universes. All right then." And so what happens is all the fighters are put in the same kind of category, but what goes down is Piccolo's first, then Gohan, then Raditz, Vegeta, Goku. Now, no surprise, Piccolo just owns Botamo like he's nothing. But when it comes to the Frost fight, he still gets poisoned. Gohan destroys Frost and he's about to waste him, but Frost poisons him. Goku sees this. It's not until Goku sees this. But he's focused on what he needs to do. He needs to focus his energy, like we said. He's got a goal that he has to achieve by the end of this tournament. And so what happens is Gohan loses too, which kind of pisses off Raditz and Vegeta, until it's made very clear by Jaco that Frost is cheating. What happens is Vegeta wants to teach Frost a lesson, but Raditz goes, "Leave me, Vegeta. After all, he is my nephew." Vegeta goes, "That's long past, the idiots. He don't see you as his only uncle. He sees all of us family, dumbass." And Raditz is like, "Yeah, true." Raditz jumps down and he goes, "Well, either way." He powers up a little bit, flexing this massive amount of power, shocking everyone. Champa's like, "What? But the other two were like nothing." And Barris goes, "What do you mean the other two were like nothing? Your fighter just cheated. The other two were powerful just like this one." And they're like, "No way! You're lying, Barris." And he looks right at him and goes, "Frost, do everything you can." Frost goes 100% and he makes a massive needle and goes to rush right at Raditz. Raditz is not even having it. He powers up and you instantly uses his key to push a barrier and knocks Frost back. And he instantly charges that, runs right at him, and he goes, "We're not allowed to kill, right? Well then eat this!" The double Sunday. But first the double Sunday punching Frost right into the shield, opens his hands up, puts his hands together and does a massive double Sunday, almost killing Frost. Frost hits the ground outside the barrier, barely alive. Raditz smiles, looks back at his nephew and goes, "This is why you shouldn't slack, Gohan." He scolds him immediately. And Vidal and the watching, Chi-Chi's like, "Oh," looking down like, "Oh, you're getting trouble from your uncle. Do you understand me, Gohan?" "Yeah, sure, for the Namekian, but his job is elsewhere. We understand that, but you are the future, Gohan. Don't you ever forget that." Gohan getting scolded by his uncle. He's looking down like, "Oops." And Vegeta smiles, and it comes to Cabba. This is the fight that, I think it's Vegeta, the fight with Vegeta that goes down. Yeah. That's the fight that happens next. What goes down is Raditz and Vegeta fight, but what ends up going down is Vegeta proves an even foe when it comes to collation of the fist and his body durability. However, Vegeta still goes through the same process of easily being assaulted. But unfortunately for Raditz, when he assaults and kicks Vegeta out, he actually cracks the stage, and Raditz actually eliminates himself. And so Vegeta wins. Raditz is pissed off, but Vegeta puts it down to, "It wasn't your fault, idiot. You should have finished it fast, and 2, the stage was breaking. I could have saw that." Raditz is like, "Yeah, Vegeta, but shut up." And so what goes down is, as Raditz was pretty much dumbfounded, Tyson's like, "It's alright, Raditz, don't worry." His wife, even Bardock's like, "It's alright, Dad, you didn't lose physically anyway, like cousin Gohan did." And Gohan's like, "I know." Goten's laughing at that, all giggling. But Gohan looks up at them and goes, but he hears his uncle's words and he knows what he needs to do now. As Gohan was told by his dad, Gohan has the potential to be the strongest being in the universe. Technically, he's Goku's son. And so Gohan has to make it a point to be a scholar and train to protect Earth. And so what goes down is, as they sit there, Goku's sitting back and goes, "It's alright, Gohan. It just shows that you have a good heart." Gohan's like, "Why?" And he goes, "I saw you. You could have ended Frost with one massive ki blast, even before you knocked out. Well, you didn't. But you weren't sure if you would have killed him or not. I saw that, Gohan." Goku puts his head down and Piccolo goes, "If you saw it, why didn't you warn us about the poison?" And Goku goes, "You're the guardian of Earth. You look over the planet. Should I warn you about everything?" Piccolo's like, "Gah, I hate it when you use my logic against me, Goku." Goku smiles, Gohan smiles. They all kind of laughing, but it's like, "You guys." Well, Vegeta goes, "Kakarot." He looks at Radha and goes, "Unfortunately for you, Kakarot, I'll be finishing off this fight. Here? Here and out, you'll just be watching, all of you." Vegeta walks in, he goes, "Ha!" And Champa does the same frosting barrier where he puts it around them. Vegeta goes, "You think that technique's gonna work?" He flexes his ki. Bear in mind, none of the Saiyans need to go Super Saiyan. They already got Ultimate as their base. And so he flexes his ki, destroying the barrier immediately. And Vito's like, "What the?" Champa's like, "What? How's the model that strong?" Bear in mind, Vegeta's powering up. He's now equivalent to a Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken times 20 Goku. Or Kaioken times 10. The one where he fights when feels this, it freaks him out. He's like, "What the? This is their strength?" And looks at Goku, and Goku's looking at him like it's blowing their mind. It's blowing all their minds. And Vegeta's like, "Come on, Metal Man. I will not insult you, but I'll fight you first to first." Vegeta goes to fight Vegeta, and they clash a little bit, but Vegeta proves that he's just far stronger than him. He punches Vegeta straight up in the air, grabs him, slams his foot into the ground. Vegeta jumps on his chest, throws him up, kicks him right across like he ragdolls the giant middleman until Vegeta has enough, slams him into the ground, throws him into the air, and goes, "I heard it was your Metal Man. Take this." Shoots a massive final flash, smashing Vegeta into the wall. But Vegeta makes sure he pulled his punches just enough for Vegeta to land straight on Lord Champa's podium, destroying half of it. When Vegeta lands, Vegeta smiles. Trunks jumps down, brings more water. They all what's called Goten and Bardock are like cheering on Uncle Vegeta. They're like, "Yeah!" Everyone's happy. Chicha's like, "It must be boring for Goku." Bulma's like, "What?" And he goes, "Goku have to continuously watch as everyone has to grow to be as strong as he is." And this is where it takes Bulma off guard. Bulma looks at Chi-Chi and didn't understand it. She looks at Chi-Chi's reaction because she's sad for her husband, that no one can actually push his power. Whis hears this. He looks right at Chi-Chi. And she puts her head down. She goes, "I wish I could help please him in that way. But he's been a really good dad though, I must say." And what happens, so everyone's just listening to Chi-Chi's story about what goes down. Vegeta's readied himself. Him and Cabba speak. And they begin the battle, and Vegeta just decimates Cabba. And then Vegeta goes, "Go Super Saiyan." And he goes, "What? Super Saiyan? How?" And Vegeta goes, Vegeta, what he does is, he even though he doesn't need to, he shows Cabba the baseline of Super Saiyan. And he transforms back into his base form, and he begins to beat Cabba. Now Cabba fights Vegeta, but he gets owned until Vegeta tells him that he's going to take over Salad and pretty much destroy the world and make them his slave. You weak Saiyans. And nothing to us barbarical Saiyans, that's why you guys are weak and be owned by us. You know, you dishonor us by using our name. Cabba hates us and he goes, "You bastard!" Rushes in to try to fight Vegeta, but yeah, it's fruitless of course. But he goes Super Saiyan, he impresses ultimate base form Vegeta. Bear in mind, none of these guys are using the God Ki. They are all just stronger than they normally should be. And what goes down is, after Cabba gets Super Saiyan and he fights with Vegeta, Vegeta owns him. Vegeta powers up to full power, just for a brief moment. It smashes Cabba right in the gut. And he goes, "You need to achieve power like this." Cabba instantly loses conscious, hits the ground. They're all like, "Whoa!" Vegeta picks him up. He was about to give him a senzu bean. But Whis goes, "It's enough, I got him, Vegeta." He heals Cabba. Cabba gets up and thanks Vegeta. Thanks for being a sensei, bows, and Vegeta smiles. Cabba leaves and goes flies up by Champa. Champa can't do nothing. And this is where Hit comes in. Hit appears on the stadium and Vegeta goes, "Now it's the big bad man, big bad boss, okay?" Alright then, Vegeta gets his neck, he readies himself and he rushes that hit after the bell's rung. And as Vegeta rushes that hit, he misses and he gets hit 3 times. He didn't even know where they come from. He's like, what the? Boom! Vegeta gets hit on the side. As Vegeta ducks and dodge, jumps around, Vegeta goes, who the hell are you? And this is when Vitals explains, this is Hit from Universe 6, one of the greatest assassins in the multiverse. Vegeta's like, assassin? He's an assassin, huh? So all his strengths derive from the notion of death and killing, right? And Champa's like, Vitals like, yes, you're right, Vegeta. He goes, so this guy's not fighting me at his full potential right now, isn't he? Goku smiles and so does Raditz, and Beerus is like, really, Vegeta? I think Beerus doesn't need to worry because Goku will just kill every one of them by themselves. The only ones that can stay up to Goku are Vitals and Whis and Chi-Chi and Palmer. But what goes down is Goku's looking over, Vegeta's standing there, like everyone's just pretty shocked at what's going down with these two fighters. Like, Vegeta's strong. He is really, really strong and Hit's no push over either. So as Vegeta looks up to the gods, he asks, so, can he remove the restriction? Champa and Beerus look at each other and goes, what do you mean, Vegeta? And Vegeta goes, for God's destruction, you guys are pretty thick. I want to fight this stupid Hit man at his full power. Even if it means it kills me. Bulma was about to say, Vegeta, that's just... Oh, that's Vegeta for you. Bulma sits down. Chi-Chi, like, all of them like, Bulma. Bulma's like, I've been married to this guy for years. I come to understand Saiyans don't get better unless they push themselves to their max potential, right? Saiyans get strong when they almost die. So if this guy's gonna push my husband, just like how Chi-Chi was worried about her husband's not getting pushed to his full potential, I always worry about Vegeta. And so what happens is Vegeta smiles. Beerus goes, you know what? I agree with this. Hit, brother, you got any complaints? And Hit smiles and goes, oh no, brother. I have no complaints at all. Hit, use everything you can. Kill this fool. And if you kill him, I will give you my cube to travel the multiverse, to be the ultimate hitman over the multiverse. Hit bows at Lord Champa. He bows at Lord Beerus and he looks at Vegeta and goes, thank you. And as they ring the bell, Hit disappears immediately, and there's like hundreds of them hits all over the stage, and it's blows Vegeta's mind. Beerus sees immediately that the dimensional rift has opened right in front of them, but because these mortals can't see it because of their lower plane thinking, they can't perceive it. But thanks to Goku's godly abilities, thanks to him having access to a unique ability that he is the first one of any mortal, I think, to achieve. What goes down is Goku standing there. Goku's just standing there watching, and he sees everything. He sees Hit inside this bubble dimension, but he doesn't see him physically. His instincts are telling him that he's there. And as Vegeta and Hit are fighting, Vegeta's getting caught left, right, and center by accurate punches that are throwing him off guard despite Vegeta powering up. And Vegeta's just watching until he realizes every time he misses, every time he jumps and kicks, every time he gets hit by nothing, he realizes that this person's not technically there. Hit's not there. And so when Vegeta does make a space between them, he's like, alright then, let's play this game. I've not shown no one this actual power. I actually think it's a little bit dangerous, but let's give it a go. Vegeta goes to full power ultimate form, and then instantly adds his gold key transformation. And as Vegeta's gold key transformation goes down, he goes to a Super Saiyan Blue, but it's just so much stronger. Like, Vegeta's Super Saiyan Blue ultimate is just so strong that Vegeta just begins to catch up to Hit. He smashes right through Hit's barrier and catches up to him and starts to fight him. But because Hit doesn't need to let go or restrict themselves, he starts to build more and more and get stronger faster and faster too, just like Vegeta's getting stronger. And so over the course of this fight, Vegeta gets mean punches on Hit, and so does Hit, and they go back to forth until they're both pretty injured. Vegeta stands back, Hit smiles, and when he powers up again, Vegeta goes, what's the point? You don't even exert yourself to even generate ki. And what happens is Vegeta's looking at him, and then Hit goes, exactly. He takes another form, disappears, he begins to decimate Vegeta. Vegeta's like, what the? He agrees this time. Boom! Vegeta gets hit again. Vegeta has to act quickly and react. And he reacts and catches Hit off guard. But Hit has increased again, his time skip ability, to the point where it's almost absolute precognitive view. But what goes down is Vegeta goes, alright then, Vegeta kicks Hit's hand up, and he compresses all his energy and explodes into Super Saiyan Blue evolution. He rushes Hit, clotheslines him so hard that he slams Hit into the stadium. Vegeta jumps up, powers a massive attack, shoots at a Hit. Hit punches his energy, his temporal energy attack right through the attack, and gets hit by the ki blast from Vegeta, but Vegeta gets hit by the attack in his heart by hit itself, and so Vegeta's heart stops, and Vegeta is almost about to die right on the spot, but he shoots a little bit of ki, and he puts his hands on his chest, and Vegeta fires enough ki to restart his heart instantly. In doing so, Vegeta catches himself, he lands. His body is really injured from the attack that he did to himself. Vegeta knows that he needs to finish this now, despite being as strong as he is, stronger than Canon, of course. Vegeta needs to make sure he puts hit down, not Goku. He puts hit down. So Vegeta stomps the ground and goes, "Well then, bring it." Vegeta goes full power, goes, "I'm gonna give you everything I've got right now." Vegeta powers himself up. He thinks about Bulma, Trunks, and everyone like that was counting on him for him. And Vegeta rushes, puts all his energy to one massive fist, and as he throws it, Hit manages to, just in the right nick of time, actually able to upgrade his time skip just enough to get it past it. It enters his dimensional realm. Vegeta sees this, instead of releasing that compressed energy in his hand, he scatters it over his body and does a massive energy beam, energy barrier, just like how Goku does against Hit. And when Vegeta pours all his energy and destroys Hit's dimensional barrier, Vegeta puts his hands together and it goes Final Flash. It's a Final Flash attack. It hits Hit, and both Vegeta and Hit get smashed down the ring. They crack the entire mirror, and what happens is, unfortunately, Vegeta and Hit, they both lose at the same time. Universe 7 wins, and what happens is, like, Vegeta and them are all impressed at happy as Goku's like, "Oh, I really wanted to fight. Oh well." But I thought Vegeta and them had fun anyway. Goku's just back, and what happens is Champa is pissed off and he's nagging at Beerus and everything like that. And Goku goes, "Hey Lord Beerus." He goes, "Yes, Goku." He goes, "Since Vegeta and them are on their level, I'd like to fight Lord Champa." Beerus grins the biggest grin in his life and goes, "You know what, Goku? That will make me happy. Hey brother, come here. I have a mortal that I think you should test your strength out of. Guarantee you, Fatso, you will not be able to beat him." Champa gets angry, he rushes at Beerus to try to attack him, but Beerus looks at Goku, gives him a signal. Goku immediately appears right in front of Champa. Champa tries to catch Goku's leg, where Goku's going to kick him, but Goku dodges it, kicks Champa right in the head, sends him flying into the stage. Goku down, lands. Champa gets out, he goes, "You're gonna die for this, you mortal." He powers up onto the destroyer keep form. Goku stands there and goes, "Well, this is gonna be fun." And what happened, as this is going down, the Grand Priest sees this and he tells the Omni King. The Omni King flies out and he appears outside of the dome, but he's just looking. He was going to enter, but he finds that this is really cool. This is really unique. A Destroyer God versus a Mortal. I wonder how this will go. What happens is the Grand Priest explains to Zeno that Goku has also defeated Lord Beerus. What happens is it makes the Grand Zeno so happy. So powerful. So what goes down is, as Goku is standing there, Champa gets up and he's so angry. He's like, "Alright." He powers up more and more. He rushes at Goku, thinking he can destroy Goku with a touch. But Goku is way too fast, way too strong. Kicks Champa right in the head, grabs him, slams him on the ground. He's just all in all a monster. All in all a monster. As Goku looks down at Champa, Champa realizes something with Goku. He doesn't sense no massive aura, no big presence, but when he looks at Goku, he sees this bottomless pit of energy. The shadow that casts over Goku, and Goku's shadow is a silver light coming through Goku's eyes. It scares Champa to see through these eyes this godly power, this mortal, this being that Beerus had last. This person would have humiliated his entire fighters in himself, by himself. And he goes, "What kind of person is this? What mortal is this?" Goku looks back at Lord Beerus, and Lord Beerus smiles. Goku pulls up Champa on Champa and he apologizes. He thanks him for this good fight and he walks away. Champa is angry. He's like, "No way are you gonna humiliate me, mortal?" Bear in mind, Goku's his head is turned, and he goes to throw a punch. Goku instinctively just dodges, catches Champa's arm and flips him in midair, kicks Champa in the gut like 3 or 4 times, turns around, kicks Champa in the head, grabs his tail and does the Hulk style to Loki, slams Champa around the whole entire stadium, till Goku appears in midair on top of the barrier, he pushes down, Champa's already on the ground in the stadium. Goku comes doing a massive dive bomb, smashes Champa on the ground. Goku uses no ki, and after he does that, he instantly stomps Champa down one more time, and Goku tells him it's enough. "Thank you, Lord Champa, for this battle." Goku turns away and walks away. Champa don't get the hint. Champa don't get the hint that Goku's holding back his best. He's holding back his best not to hurt Champa, in respect of the god of destruction. But again, Champa just doesn't care. He gets up and goes to rush Goku, and this time he does a Hakai shin. He does a Hakai ball and throws it at Goku's face, but Goku pretty much catches the attack before it even gets near him, rips it out of Champa's hand, crushes it, and then Goku's silver eye starts to glow, and a brief flicks, Goku's aura goes into like a massively bluey state. His hair goes silver briefly, just briefly. It disappears, and what happens? Champa's like, what the? Goku appears right in front of Champa, hits him like 10 times, and appears behind him. Champa, his eyes roll back and he hits the ground. Beerus is like, how interesting. Did you see that, Whis? Whis goes, yes, I did. I really did. He's achieving the power far faster than I even expected. Didn't think he'd be able to do what he just did. And so what goes down is Goku is pretty strong as he is, and he tries to help out wherever he can. Everyone has like food because it's still a tournament, so they have good food and everything like that. Until Goku notices this little man protected by attendants. Goku looks at it and understands this may be important, so he walks out of the same cannon and goes down. As everything relative goes to the same until the point where Goku goes to shake Zeno's hand, that still goes the same. Goku still befriends Lord Zeno, and they make the tournament power. They get to that anyway. But after befriending Zeno like he does, Lord Zeno leaves. Beerus does not scold Goku. He tells Goku that was the most dangerous being in the universe. If you want to think you can be strong, try to think you can be as strong as him. But Goku's like, oh no, I won't be able to be strong. His attendants are way more powerful than I am. And Beerus goes, now you understand the magnitude of being a god. Okay, Goku? Goku goes, you saw Beerus, I'm willing to learn. This makes Beerus so much happy. Champa gets up. He is frustrated, but he will die. He will die the next attack. He attacks Goku. And so he tells everyone goodbye. They get the Earth, the Dragon Ball that's in between. And they make a Super Dragon Ball wish towards giving, Champa a universe Earth just like his own. And so that goes relevant. And so when everyone goes back, Goku tells everyone that he's going to spend some time with his family. Gohan says he will be doing the same. Raditz and Vegeta's like, well, good, whatever. They're about to go training, but Bulma and Tights are like, nope, you guys are coming home soon. And they listen. And so for a while, everyone starts to settle back in their lives. They train all the time. Goku practices every day to master Ultra Instinct, as we know. He pushes himself every single day to make sure that he gets that form. Both Raditz and Vegeta practice their Kaioken, the Super Saiyan Blue, to push themselves, or the Godly Blue Ultimate, to push their key transformation to a new level, newer potential. Because, well, if Vegeta's Evolution Blue without Ultimate was powerful, imagine Ultimate Evolution Blue. And so they slowly but surely build themselves up, and so for the next couple of months, nothing really relative goes down until a spaceship comes out of nowhere and lands in the middle of a capsule corp. Out comes a boy with blue hair. Towards Bulma instantly recognizes there's Trunks. She takes him in, and from there, the Trunks resurrection arc, the Goku Black and the arc like this continues, goes on. But what goes down is a young Trunks is looking at him like, who's this? Bulma goes, it's too much to explain for you, son, right now, but he's the future you. And Trunks is like, yeah, you lost me. He walks away. Beerus is like, time travel. You've been missing out on time travel, girl. He said, no, not me. A future self for me, not me. And so what goes down is they look at it and they try to analyze their ability, but they realize that massively, they can't really do much about it, to be honest. So Lord Beerus reminds Bulma that time travel is not good and they should not be doing any form of time travel. But she explains that a future version comes back and try to help out Heart Virus, so time travel is the reason why you had your fun, Lord Beerus. Lord Beerus looks at Bulma and understands that she's not going to get the hint, but he gets the idea. He goes, well, as long as you understand, and I'm fine with that. And so what happens is Trunks sleeps, Goku and come back. This is when Trunks wakes up, and this is the same Trunks for the other timeline, not the same Trunks from this timeline. And so what happens is he comes back and he sees Goku and tries to throw a punch at Goku, but bear in mind this is the different universe Goku. This is not the Goku Black from the same time period. He's from the Dragon Ball Super time period, the one that we all know. That's that Goku Black, okay, not this Goku Black, because this Goku Black would be stupid. But anyway, they talk and Trunks explains that the guy named Black that's posing as you, Goku, killing everyone. This pisses Goku off, and as they're talking, what happens, a portal opens up in the sky, right in front of everyone. Goku and them look up, and Goku Black comes out. They're like, what? Trunks is like, Black, and as he goes in Russian, Goku appears and punches Black right in the face because Black was about to attack and destroy the time machine. And as Black hits the ground, Goku appears and Black's like, "What the?" So your son, go boom. Goku hits Black around the gut, grabs his head, slams him to the ground, rushes him across, kicks him. As he lets go, Vegeta appears and punches Black right in the face, smacks him so far, and goes, "What the hell did you do to my son, Goku?" Right? Raditz comes, grabs and smashes Black in the face and slams him to the ground, stomping him. "What the hell are you doing with my body? My brother's body? Boom, are you getting you?" And he's like, "Who the hell?" Raditz opens his hand and he goes, "Hey, tell me everything." Does a massive double Sunday eruption, blowing up Black on his back. Because bear in mind, Vegeta and Raditz are so much more strong than Goku Black and canon, okay? And so Goku Black's on the ground. He's pretty much knocked out. And when the time portal starts to pull Goku Black in, we see exactly what it is. We teleports the time ring off and we'll let it go. And Goku Black, he lands on the ground in front of everyone. And so when he gets up, he sees everyone. It's like, he tries to disappear, but Whis goes, you go nowhere. Puts a bind on him, this earth. Beerus goes, let's get some questions out of him, shall we? Boom, punches him so bad that he gives out a little bit. But what goes down is Goku Black is pretty smart. He realised that he's not going to live long, so he tries his whole entire best to get away from Lord Beerus, but he doesn't. He can't even learn any of Goku's techniques or anything like that. And so what happens, any free time he tries to get away, tries to run, but yeah, he's about to die at any time. Goku Black, he can't leave Earth or Lord Beerus aside. But then it goes down to Goku Black, what they're going to do about him. Trunks goes, "We should kill him, be done with it." And Goku goes, he hates to say it, but he agrees. Beerus goes, "Very well," walks over to Goku Black, puts his hand right in front of him, goes, "Hakai!" Goku Black turns into purple dust, disappears entirely. Everyone's shocked. Trunks screams and cries and goes to his knees to Lord Beerus, thanking the god of destruction for saving himself, saving his life. Beerus like, yeah, whatever, kid. Yeah, whatever. And so what happens is Trunks thanks them, and it takes about a couple of weeks for them to repair the ship fully. Repair the ship, refuel it. So what happens, while he's there, Trunks trains with them, showing them the strength he can go Super Saiyan 2. Vegeta, Raditz showing Trunks that they can go godly forms, they're monsters that destroy, and they can really technically destroy everything. And so Trunks begins to train with them, he even gets ultimate form. Not only that, because Trunks couldn't find the Namek in his world, he couldn't get the Dragon Ball, so Piccolo made a smart decision. He told Trunks, "Are you willing to protect your time period, even if that means you become Guardian of Earth?" And Trunks goes, "Yes." He goes, "Come with me then." Piccolo takes Trunks into the Room of Spirit Time, where he trains Trunks for the next year to learn how to openly read minds across the entire planet, see close distances as if you're there, hear, listen, all this stuff. Certain powers control. And then Piccolo summons Shenron. When Shenron appears, he asks Shenron to grant Trunks the ability to create Dragon Balls. Trunks looks right at Piccolo and goes, "Yes. Follow the recipe that I pretty much gave to you, Trunks, and you will have none of the issues that we have had with the Dragon Balls." And so what happens is Shenron says, "Your wish is granted." He pretty much makes Trunks a Guardian Saiyan, you know? And so as Trunks is there, he doesn't want to say goodbye to his friends because he has to go very soon. But what goes down is, thanks to Vegeta, Goku and Raditz, Trunks has full access to Rage Super Saiyan, but a controlled version. To Rage Super Saiyan. And as they're about to go back, what ends up going down is Trunks goes to the future for 5 minutes, he comes back, his ship's half destroyed, and Trunks falls out. Goku and Vegeta are like, "Trunks, are you alright?" And Trunks is barely breathing. He's like, "There's an immortal man's got green ears." And Goku's like, "Green ears?" He remembers fighting, what's it called? Edgar Russell's world. And so Goku kind of has an idea upon who's possibly this person with that kind of hair, the skin and hair color. He goes, "Yes, he was powerful." Goku's like, "Not to worry." So Goku and Vegeta go, and this is when I see Zamasu. Zamasu tries his best to try to revive Goku Black or bring him here, but it doesn't work. Goku easily decimates him, Goku Black puts him to the ground and owns him. Takes him down completely. And so with Goku Black pretty much taken out of the way and Zamasu put into a Mafu bar, this is where things move on slowly but surely to the Tournament of Power. Bear in mind though, there's months to prep for Tournament of Power, not just days or a day. And so as Goku, Vegeta, and then prepare themselves, though this normal training like that, you know, what goes down, that there's no future Zeno, none of that situation. There's no Zeno exhibition match because Zeno already knows the fighting style. But there are going to be certain changes when it comes down to the fundamentals of the Tournament of Power, which will come up. Now, as per go, the Tournament of Power, instead of being announced that they're going to hold one, Zeno tells the Grand Priest to talk to all the gods of creation and let them know how things are going to go because they are the main pillars of the universe. At the same time, he'll tell the Destroyer gods, and so on and so forth. And so that's what happens. Everything gets processed from behind the scenes. That Goku, when he acts, is already in motion. Everyone agrees. Everyone gets to the position that they are going to be ready, to support Lord Zeno and his fighting tournament to see who's worthy. Universe 7 finds out that they're the second to last levels because of their mortal rating, which he can, Shin can point towards, all the other people that failed, in the Grand Supreme Kai, he failed too. And so as everyone gets prepared, they got 48 hours before the Tournament of Power. And so from there, this is really it's what guys. I hope you guys like this one. Please like and subscribe, leave your comments down below, and yeah. But as usual guys, this is Dr. Kahu saying peace.